Hey there everybody, it's Rick from RTP Gaming here, and I'm bringing you my installment of the hashtag Storytime Challenge, which I have set everybody in the group, so I hope you guys all take part. I'm actually recording this on my phone as well, by the way, so sorry if it's a bit shaky. I've just finished work and it's like 10 PM here, so I'm a bit tired, but I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to bring to you my story. So, my story begins how all great stories begin, which is with copious amounts of alcohol. We were actually on a football match day trip to Chelsea from Manchester, and we got on this coach and we took masses of alcohol. We must have took about, I don't know, maybe like 15, 20 bottles of bud and and spirits and all kinds of stuff. You guys will judge me off this story, by the way. And when we got down there, we got about halfway. We were probably up to about maybe Birmingham, just before Birmingham, and we stopped off at the services. Now, when we stopped off at the services, everybody jumped off. Everybody was going to the toilet and whatever. And my friend turned around to me. He says, "You're not getting off to go to the toilet?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm good. You know, I'm not breaking the seal. I'm going. I'm safe. You know." And I hadn't sat down. I hadn't stood up. I'd been sat down for the whole trip. So I was like, "Oh, you know, I'm good. I'm good. I can cope. I'm fine." So we carried on going. We get to London. We get to Chelsea about, I don't know. It's probably about 10 minutes before kickoff, and we get stuck in traffic. So we're stuck in traffic. We're not moving, and all of a sudden, my friend turns around to me and says, "Look, we're gonna have to jump off this bus, and we're just gonna have to run. We're gonna have to make a run for it to this ground." I says, "Well, how far away is the ground?" He says, "It's like 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes. No, sorry, it's not that, but it's about 10 minutes away, you know." So he says, "If we walk it," I says, "if we run it, we might do it in 5, so we'll probably just make kickoff." So I was like, "Okay, right, we're good." So he goes to the front of the bus. I stand up. Now, this must have happened to everybody. When you've been drinking, you haven't broke the seal, you've been sit down all that time, or even if you go outside, you stand up, all the alcohol goes straight down. And when it goes down, it makes you want to go to the toilet. Now, anybody that's ever tried to run when they're busting for the toilet will tell you it ain't easy. Now, I got off the bus. My friend was like, "Look, Rick, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go." I'm like, "Man, all right." So I'm running, yeah, and I'm like running, stopping, running, stopping, running, stopping. I'm proper struggling, and my friend goes, "Rick, come on, you're gonna be." I says, "Right, seriously, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go somewhere." And there was no shops, no pubs, no nothing. Now Chelsea's like a really expensive, you know, really upper class portion of London, and I was like, "Right, shit, you know what?" My friend says, "Look, just go down one of these alleyways. Just go down one of these alleyways. Go and have a piss. You'll be fine." So I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, just go." So he says, I'll watch. I'll keep an eye out for you." I says, "Okay." So I jump down this alleyway, and I'm like, you know, like zip undone, and it's flowing, and I'm like, "Oh, you know, like, oh my God, this is like the best pee ever," you know. And I suddenly become aware, because the alcohol's like wearing off by this point. I become aware, I'm like looking round and I'm going, this isn't an alleyway. And then a light comes on in front of me. And I'm like, what the fuck's that, you know? And I sort of turn around and I see like families walking behind me. And I'm going, oh God. And then I look forward and I'm in like a bush. And then I look to the side of me where the light is, and there's a family, or like a couple, that are looking out the window. The light's just come on. I look down. I realise I'm stood in somebody's driveway. I'm pissing on the side of a bush, or somebody's fence. And the family, like, point out the window, and I'm like, oh shit. So I, like proper zip up, nearly, like, catch me bits. Like, zip up, man, and I peg it. And we go to the game. We got battered, like 4-0 or something, and we get back on the bus. And we back on the bus, and I'm telling my friend what happened, and he's like laughing, he's creasing, I'm creasing. I'm like, oh, you know, I know it was bad. And this guy gets on, and when this guy gets on the bus, he turns around and he goes, oh man, he says like, you know, was anybody else busting to go to the toilet when they got off here? I'm like, yeah, me. You know, he says, I ended up taking a piss on the side of somebody's fence. He says, that's nothing. He says, I saw a guy go in somebody's garden, squat, drop a deuce, and run away. Now I'm like, okay, I felt bad, but that is, you know, that's pretty extreme. And what topped it off, what made it the absolute best incident ever, was the fact that 2 days later, we find out that that guy where he squatted was the same house that I did on, and they had a tortoise. Yeah? They had a tortoise outside. Don't ask me why or how, but he took a shit on the tortoise. So that tortoise, the family knew the next day when they looked outside, and that tortoise had a shit on the shell. Now, for me, that gave me the absolute biggest giggle laugh I ever had in my life. Like, I came away from that and I'm like, oh my days, man. Like, you know, I felt guilty for peeing on the side of somebody's fence, and this guy took a shit on a tortoise in a guy's house in Chelsea that probably cost £500,000 house, or maybe £1 million house, because it was fucking massive. And yeah, that's mine. But I've got plenty more. I've got so many drunk stories. Another one, super quick, was we were on another trip, and this guy got out to like do a piss on the side of the road or whatever, and he saw a builder's hat, right? And him thinking, oh, I'm gonna do the full, like, you know, the full YMCA thing, goes, and I'm gonna zoom out for this, yeah? He gets the hat, and without looking, he goes, whoa, and he gets it this close to his face, and then you just see him go, fucking hell, and he launches this hat, and he comes back on the bus, and he's looking traumatized. He's like, you know, it's like this, like on the window, and we're like, what's up? What happened? And he went, it's not human. It's not human. I says, what's not human? And he went, what was in that hat was not human. I'm like, well, what was it? He was like, he says, it was a shit. And I'm like, right. I said, what do you mean? I said, what was it? He was like, it was definitely human shit. It was a human shit, and I nearly put it on my face. And this guy was bald as well, man. So if he would have splatted shit on his face, it'd have just gone, yeah, it'd have gone everywhere. It'd have been like coloured in. It'd have been coloured in hair. Like, it just looked incredible. It was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And it was just literally the way he got that fucking close and tossed the hat, and probably shit went everywhere with it. But that was again, that was one of the funniest instances. Now, what I'm thinking with this challenge, by the way, is that to do for every week now till Christmas, we do one story, or maybe two, whatever. But we do one story a week, and whoever wins with the funniest story, we'll set a poll up on the group. But whoever wins with the funniest story, yeah, gets, I don't know. I didn't think that through, but we'll set something. We'll set some kind of like prize or something. I don't know, but we will. Like maybe, you know, maybe like channel of the week or something. We'll do something. But that's mine. And you got two, so they're the ones to beat. Although I think Suddenly Random's probably got the one to beat with the church threesome. But if there's any other guys, you know, that want to chip in with theirs, then bring it on, guys. Bring it on. That's mine. I've been Rick from RTP Gaming, and I will see you all soon. Take care.